Hello artists, as promised we have reached our day 4 of our Dia de los Muertos Calavera drawings, and as you can see I've gone ahead and continued to outline my whole drawing with Sharpie or just a regular black marker in preparation for adding color today. Some of you have already gone ahead and worked on your coloring. That is great. If you are completely done already, you can always go back and check if there's more spots to fill in. Maybe you can do a little more quality coloring, fill in every single white space, or you can always make a second or a third one and work on that today now that you know how to do it all. And I do have a read aloud for you to do today as well, so you can play that and work on your coloring as well. Okay, so first things first, you guys, make sure that your nose cavity and your eye cavities are filled in completely solid black. So I already did my nose, and I'm just going to go ahead and use a regular black marker here to fill in my eye cavities. And if you have any sort of little design in there, just make sure to leave that empty so you can add color in there. Okay. And as we are doing all of our coloring here, you guys, make sure that you are keeping your colors symmetrical as well. So just like we did with our designs, we kept them matching on both sides. So whatever we put on one side, we made sure to do the same on the opposite side. That is going to stay the same for our coloring as well. Okay. One other thing is that with choosing your colors, you can pick out whatever colors you want to do on this. It is completely up to you. As you can see, I kind of have mine laid out over here. I decided to keep myself a little bit limited with just some pinks, some different greens, and then a purple and yellow because I kind of wanted a dark and a light. So that's going to be my color palette for this whole entire skull here. And some of you I saw yesterday were choosing to do a rainbow theme. Some of you are sticking with like either warm or cool colors. There's just a ton of different things that you can do. So I got that part filled in now, my skull, or my eye cavity space, and now I'm ready to start adding the color on there. So I'm just going to start going for it. When you guys are coloring in using your markers, make sure to use that cheek of your marker, the side part, when you're filling in any large spaces. So like this leaf here, I'm just going to lay my marker on the cheek, start at the top, and just kind of pull down. That gives me a nice big broad stroke. Instead of using the tip or the nose, which I want to save for more details, because you can see if I do that, I get a really, really skinny mark, and that's just going to take me a lot longer to fill everything in and a lot harder to get all the white spaces covered up. Okay, so I think I'm going to do all 3 of these leaves here that's bright green, and then I'm going to show you a little trick that you can do if you have a darker color that you want to put next to it. It can kind of look nice to do like an outline around the edge. So this darker green, I'm just going to kind of go right next to my Sharpie line and just do a nice dark outline, and see that just kind of makes it pop a little bit. I'm going to do the same thing right around this little center stem mark. So if you have a variety of markers at home and you have these color options, that's kind of a fun little trick that you can do. And this is a part where I am using the tip, the nose of my marker, because it's more of a detail part and I don't want that big thick mark. Okay, and then I think I'm going to do a little bit of a pattern with my pinks around the eyes here. that's another technique that you can use, is making patterns with your colors. And we'll see if this pattern matches up. You might remember when I was drawing, I tried to do a pattern on the outside and it didn't work. It didn't match up. And that's okay. I just had to roll with it, come up with a different solution. You can see I just added more around there. And this one did work out. So that's awesome. Yay! And once I'm done using my markers, just make sure you guys are snapping your caps to keep them tightly on there and covered up and not drying out. It's very important to take care of our art materials really well so that they last and we can keep using them over and over and over again. And I forgot, you can also park your cap on the back so that you don't lose it and you don't have to hang on to it. Alright, that's looking pretty good. So now I would just go ahead and repeat this same color pattern over on the other side to keep everything symmetrical. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here, you guys, so I can keep working, keep finishing. I'm going to get all my designs filled in with color, and then you can see the finished product at the end. Alright, I'm back, you guys, and as you can see, I'm almost done here. Just two more things I wanted to show you. If you have any just plain line designs like this that don't have any space to be filled in, actually, you can use that nose of your marker and just ride it right along the edge of your Sharpie line and just kind of give it its own color outline, and that can be just another way to jazz it up a little bit and be able to add some color to it. So that's what I did for here and here. Thought that looked pretty good. And then right in here, I've got to finish my teeth here. Wanted to show you, if you have a little kind of a weird space like this that's not super thick, you can always take the nose of your marker and draw yourself like a little bumper around the edge of it, like this, to kind of bump off the space, section it off, and then turn and use the cheek of your marker and really quickly be able to fill that in. So that's another good technique or strategy for coloring in a space like that. Alright, done, you guys. I cannot wait to see yours. I'm really pleased with mine, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. Also, if you feel like adding background designs, some of you added hats, that was super cool, go for it. Some of you felt like actually cutting out your Calavera, great. Whatever you want to do with it, it is your artwork, and I can't wait to see. Thanks, guys.